I'm Jeff, and I'm a bookaholic. Today we're going to talk about The Sky is Falling, how vampires, zombies, androids, and superheroes made America great for extremism, by Peter Biskind. Um, Biskind is a editor for Vanity Fair, which should already tell us where this is going. Um, he, the central premise of this book and the title were the reasons I picked it up, honestly. It sounded great. It sounded like such a great premise. Hey, how have all these sci fi elements brought us to the point of extremism in this country? Would be a fascinating look had Biskind ever actually wrote about that. Instead, he spends the entire 300 plus pages of this book basically explaining sci-fi movies from all the way back in the 50s to as recent as Black Panther in detail and missing most of the points of most all of it. He goes into great depth on Avatar, and yes, he hits the points about, oh, it's in some ways a version of Ferngully, and it's an anti-war tale about the beauty of natural resources, etc., etc. And he hits some of those points pretty spot on. But then he spends page upon page upon page upon page just describing the details of the movie and how, oh, this point points over here and this point not really, dude. I know you're a professional critic and you're an editor at Vanity Fair. I get that. And I'm just some poor schmuck that actually enjoyed the movie. But at the end of the day, you're putting way too much thought into blue people on alien planet that doesn't exist. And in so doing, he doesn't really make good on the promise that is the subtitle of this book, that is the entire reason I wanted to read this book. And he does that with everything. It's not just Avatar. He does it with Matrix. He does it with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Basically, take your preferred sci-fi over the last 30 years or so, 30 plus years or so of my lifetime, and he eviscerates it. Like, dude, I'm a geek. I love sci-fi, and I would love to see how these various sci-fi elements have made America ripe for extremism. Please, show me how that happened. And Biskind never does. The publisher of this book wanted it to be a conversation starter. It is in the any press at all is better than none style. Beyond that, honestly, for me, it is how laughably bizarre Biskind is. And how he truly doesn't seem to actually enjoy a lot of the movies that I thought were great. So, get this book if you really want to see what this guy thinks about all this stuff. Honestly, for most people, I would say just skip it. If you're one of the intellectual elite like Biskind, hey, you might like it. If you're one of these guys that reads like literature for literature's sake, you might like this one. If you're this guy that loves the MCU and reads sci-fi because he likes robots, you're probably not going to like this book. And I will talk to y'all later.